All right, everybody. Time for our second Lucky Tackle Box multi-species box. So here we're back, and yeah, welcome back. All right, so as you know, last month we did figure we're going to take another dive into the depths of Lucky Tackle Box. This box is infamous for being Temu knockoffs, Wish, Shein, whatever you want to call it, cheap Chinese knockoffs. But my thing is this: they might be cheap knockoffs, but they might just work, and so that's what I want to find out. And so we're getting the multi-species box because we got the trout and panfish box and it wasn't very good. A lot of the stuff was just really janky. The hooks we got, and we got the hooks again, amazingly enough, that don't work. And I told you I was going to update you on that. Lucky Tackle Box customer service non-existent. Probably the only time you're going to reach out to them is if you try to cancel. Just to be perfectly honest, they're probably going to want to try to lure you back in. So yeah, so we got those useless hooks and they never even replied. They didn't even reply with a sorry, you know, hey, oh well, nothing. No reply at all. I sent out 3 emails. So we still have these worthless things here that have 0 eyelets. So I don't know how you're supposed to use them. You can't line them, nothing. So absolutely garbage. But we kind of knew what we were getting when we went back into Lucky Tackle Box. But without any rate, I think I paid like $31 for the box. I paid for 3 months at a time. You save a little bit, why not? You know, hey, it's still fun, I guess. All right, at any rate, that's enough of that. Let's get into this month's Lucky Tackle Box. And we do have our paper wrapping here. All right, so let's see what we get this time. Let's tear that wrapping open. And, oh, good God. Looks like we got some saltwater stuff in this time. Saltwater bass. Okay, all right. This actually looks like a fairly decent box. All right, we're going to start with the top. We do have some more of these HR baits. I actually have found this website, so I know that this is a real one. This is probably about $4.99, $5.99. We'll look it up. But this is the red chartreuse 2-inch dagger, and there's 15 of them in there. So a full-size bag of baits. All right, that's a good way to start out. We got some soft baits, and that is all the soft baits we got. All right, so now we're gonna dig in a little bit deeper here. We'll move on to this one. By the same hook company, Eagle Lures. Doesn't exist. We got ourselves some huge treble hooks. This is definitely for inshore salt. These hooks are huge. It looks like there's 4 of them in there, maybe 5. These suckers are absolutely huge. So we'll check those out. We'll see if we can find out, you know, how much 4 or 5 of these inshore saltwater hooks go for. Those are nice hooks. I've never had hooks this big. I don't know what I'd fish with these, not in my area, but hey, at least these ones have eyelets and you can use them. So I'll give them that. All right, so far we got some small baits. These are more like a panfish type bait, inshore salt. All right, let's get a little bit deeper here. All right, so now here looks like we got some possibly brass jig heads. We got 3 large jig heads, black with white eyes. Definitely too big for these baits, but I'm sure we can find some baits somewhere to put on there. But there's 3 of them, so we'll definitely look and see what those are. Again, Eagle Lures does not exist. Don't even bother trying to look them up. They don't exist, man. That's straight off of Temu. All right, next up we have what looks to be maybe a bass or a walleye, maybe a large trout. But yeah, so we got ourselves another hard bait here. A little bit of a rattle in there. Looks more like a small jerk bait almost. All right, it's got some nice coloration. It's got gold with red stripes. Look that up too. That's from Renegade Lures, which we know doesn't exist. So here we have, okay, this is a new one. Big Catch Lures. I've never heard of these ones. Interesting. But here we have a larger jerkbait with a spoonbill, with a spoon on the spoonbill on the front. Clear blue eyes, red on the top, red and black, and it's got like a weight in the middle that's going to help it dive. Some pretty good size, definitely bass or walleye with that one, possibly inshore salt. All right, moving on. We still got 2 items in here. Again, we're getting 7 items. And I don't know if you saw my video a couple weeks ago, well, the last couple weeks, where we talked about Mystery Tackle Box, and I'm just gonna say, I'm happier paying $31 for this than paying $23 for that Mystery Tackle Box, because I got a wider variety in here. Stuff looks like it'll actually. This is kind of a weird looking one, but this is also from Big Catch, but this is really weird. It's got so weird. It's got like a spinning bait down here. Not spinning bait, but yeah. It's like a spinner bait, but it's also crossed with a jerk bait. Very odd looking lure. I've never seen anything quite like that. 2 treble hooks on it. It's got like a pinkish orange bottom, then like a bluish sparkly top. So nice red eyes. The eyes look really good. Yeah, that doesn't look too bad. Again, I'm sure Big Catch does not exist, but that doesn't mean that the lure will not work. All right, last up, we got another one of these from Prime Baits. We've gotten a few of these swim baits, different colors, different sizes. This is probably one of the shoddiest ones I've seen, but it still doesn't look too bad. But yeah, we got the hook on the top, and we got the treble hook on the bottom. And this is from, like I said, Prime Baits doesn't exist either. But it's not a bad looking swim bait. It's kind of got, the eye looks kind of real. It's like black and kind of a whitish silver. I imagine that bright orange is going to attract them, almost like blood would. Yellow with black markings on it. So we got ourselves a little soft bait there. That's it. No stick or anything. Not like the others, but not like the other guys. But that's okay. Honestly, this one, like I said, last month I definitely had to point out that the hooks they sent us were trash. Absolute trash. All right, so let's try to see what we can find here. All right, first we're gonna look up HR Baits. I'm pretty sure this one actually does have a real website. HR Baits. HRBaits.com. It says bass baits. Those are kind of small for bass, but okay. Welcome to HR Baits. Crappie, yeah, definitely crappie bait here. All right. Mini fluke shad. 2-inch dagger. 2-inch dagger. 15 pack. It's a different color, but $3.49. $3.49. I think that's a reasonable price for those baits. $3.49. Yeah, they have on their website. If you, like I said, HR Baits they do have a real website. Right now they're running a sale on a crappie starter kit, 100 pieces for $19.99. Might be something I'll be willing to look into. But yeah, but these 2-inch daggers, 15 pack. And let me look at, we got red chartreuse. Yep, there we are. Red chartreuse. So I'll be able to put that up. I'll be able to put that up exactly on the. You'll be able to see exactly $3.49. I think that's reasonable for these baits. They're small plastic baits. So far we're off to a good start with Lucky. I'm just gonna say that's not a bad one there. All right, now where it's gonna get a little bit crazy. let me see here. 1, 2, 3. I think it's 5. All right, so we're gonna look up 1/0 treble hooks. All right. And of course, I'm not even trying to look up Eagle Lures because they do not look. I'm just looking up. Yep, and this is a 1/0 treble hook. All right, we're gonna go to Amazon. As long as these are sharp, I don't see why they wouldn't be just. Well, we're gonna see what a 5-pack costs. Yep, saltwater and freshwater. Definitely. Those don't look like the same size. Let's see here. Because these are definitely big boys. All right. All right, so they look to be about the same. Basically, on Amazon, these go for essentially 25 cents a hook. So you're looking at $1.25. So they probably sell them for $2.99. But we're gonna go with the thing is on Amazon you're paying $15 because you're getting a lot more of them. So we're gonna go with we'll go with $1.99 on that. It's about $1.25, but I will go. You know what? We're gonna go with $1.25 because that's how much you could pay for them. All right, and those look to be about a 1/0 jig head. Let's see what we can find for 1/0 jig heads because these are big jig heads too. This is good though. I mean, because like I said, this is a multi-species box. So last week we got a lot of smaller stuff. Last month, this month we're getting kind of some larger stuff. And I'll be honest with you, so far I am not too mad at Lucky Tackle Box. I mean, I know what they are. They are what they are. I know it's just cheap shit, but. So this is a 3-pack. It's kind of close. Oh, that's for flies. Those look really close. 2/0, 3/8. All right. It says they're 2/0. All right. Let's see this one here. I'm showing 368. But I'm showing that these are $1.23. So $2.50. So $3.75. $3.68. Yeah. It's close. It's not colored. It's just you know, it is what it is. But $1.23 each. So $3.69. Yeah, so we'll give that $3.69. I think that's reasonable. All right. Oh, I gotta start writing this stuff down so I can do my math at the end of it. All right. So the HR baits were $3.49. 1.25 for the treble hooks, and $3.69 for the jig heads. And all good so far. I mean, all pretty decent looking baits. I'll get the pictures, and we'll look this up on the phone, and I'll get the pictures, and we'll get this all situated. All right, so next up, these ones are gonna be rough. Got here 3.7 inch, 3/8 ounce. All right, so now with these ones, yeah, we are going to have to. We're going to type in Big Catch Lures. BIGCA. And we're looking at these two from Big Catch, and surprise, surprise, they don't exist. Imagine that. Okay, this is always the hard part. So we're gonna do 4.3 inch, 3 inch, 3/4 ounce. Alright, so we're just going to look up the type of lure that this is. And I'm going to see if I can't find something similar. Actually, you know what? You know, these ones here, I'm going to actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get you the prices back for these. But I imagine you're looking at about, and this is just from my experience of looking at these types of lures for a while, you're probably looking at about $8 or $9.99, $8 or $9.99, $5 or $6.99, and like maybe $3.99, maybe $4.99, $3 or $4.99. I'm gonna make those guesses now, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna look these up. I'm gonna use my phone, and we're going to do the whole Google search and see what we can't find out, and then we're gonna come up with some similar items, so that we can figure out what the approximate value of this box is. I'll be honest. I mean, if you go to the store, you're looking at 10, 20, 10, 20, and I'm just doing hard math here, just quick math. 10, 20. I'll call this 27, 30. So you probably pay about 30 for the 4 lures, 33, 34. We know the price of this one, so 37, 38, 39. So it's about, I'd say round about, if you were to buy this in the store, you pay about $40 for similar items of reputable name. Let me just put that out there. Again, these are no-name brands, but I think that, I mean, hooks are hooks. They look pretty decent. I mean, they're better than last month's. These baits, they have a real website. You can look those up. The jig heads are jig heads. I mean, they do what they do. Swim baits. Yeah, this might be cheap plastic. These ones here, you're definitely going to find better stuff, but these ones are not that bad. So, but basically what it is, we got at least one more month coming in before I have to resubscribe. And I think I can safely say that I will resubscribe at least another 3 months to Lucky Tackle Box. We'll take these out through at least until December with the multi-species, and then we will see what fate deals us, what we go with from there. But I do believe that October, November, when this 6 months is up with Mystery Tackle Box, I'm cutting Mystery Tackle Box in this form. Again, good baits, not worth $23. So, if I can find it where I can get, I'll go to Dick's Sporting Goods. I'll go to Dick's online, and basically when they do the buy one get one for 50% off, then we'll do Mystery Tackle Box that way, because then basically I'll get them for like $30 each. Because if you buy one, because you buy one for 20, you get the next one for 10, so that's 30. So you get them for $15 each. So, and I'll pay $15 for this box. I had no trouble paying $15. It'll be a little bit more because of the shipping and handling. So we're going to call it $16, $17. And I'm okay with $16, $17 because you're going to get like $25. You know, so you're going to get that, what, 5, 6, 7, 8. You're going to get like an $8 value out of doing it that way. So I'm not going to give up on Mystery Tackle Box, but I'm not going to have their monthly subscription anymore. I might possibly, and I say this very, very, very carefully, I might possibly, sorry, they're mopping, stick with them for their ice fishing boxes, the monthly ice fishing. But again, I may just buy those ones too. I think that's in all honesty, with Mystery Tackle Box, you're better off just buying the number one from Dick's, or if you have a local Dick's, go in and buy it. But like I said, online, you can find it where you buy one, you get one for half off. So, but this box here, if next month's box, if my last box is as okay, I don't want to say this is like these are great baits or anything, but they're not bad. And if my next box is as good as this one, if my next box maintains this level, as long as I don't get any hooks that I can't use again, if I get 7, so if I get 20 out of 21 items and they're halfway decent items like these, then I'll stick with them for another 3 months, maybe longer. I might have been too hard with them, but I think that buying the low level trout box or whatever definitely was, or panfish, whatever it was, a crappie box, was just not a good way to go. But we did get some interesting items there. We got some ice fishing stuff with them too, but I think that this multi-species might be the way to go if you're going to go with Lucky Tackle Box, because you're getting an assortment, and I think that with the ability to throw some different stuff in there, I think kind of allows them to play with it a little bit more, so that you're not getting a lot of the same stuff. Because if you get just bass, if they only have like so many bass lures, you're going to start getting like a lot of duplicates, I imagine. If you're getting just like crappie trout, that's you eventually you're going to, especially with 7 per box. I think this, I might even go up to the next level and get like the big multi-species, just to see. I think that one you get, this is 7, I think that one you get 13, or you get 9 or 10, something like that. But I might go up. I'm gonna look into it, because I'm not upset with this box here. It's not Monster Bass. Monster Bass box is really good. That one made me happy. This is not Monster Bass level, but this right here, this box, I'm actually, me personally, I'm actually okay with paying $31 for these 7 items. Because you figure 31 divided by 7 is what? 6 times 7 is 42. 5 times 7 is 35. 4 times 7 is 28. So a little over $4 per item. And I mean, if I saw this in the store, I would pay $8 for that. I'm just saying, I would. Of course, probably a better brand, but. Right, with that is your Lucky Tackle Box for July. It came pretty good this month, came pretty fast. We got it right after we got our Mystery Tackle Box and our Monster Bass. So, the only other one that I do want to dive into, and it is, I know I've been promising this, but probably September, a couple more months, I should be able to start delivering on it. But I do want to go with the post fly, because fly fishing to me is just an art and a sport that I never fully appreciated. I had a fly fishing rod, but I was never that good at it. I didn't really know what I was doing. I was just kind of, I was watching videos and stuff. But post fly, they give you have like tutorials and stuff. They show you how to tie your own ties, from what I've seen. So I definitely want to also break into post fly. I would like to have at least 3 subscription fishing boxes every month, because we're getting a lot of good baits. And if we've got a dedicated bass box, then we got our multi-species box. So we're building on our inshore salts, we're building on our crappie trout, we're building on our walleye, our bass with this one. We're building a little bit on everything in this multi-species box. And I think that it might be worth it to go up to the highest level, even though these baits may be questionable. But we'll see what our 3rd month brings. I might finish out the year at this level, and then starting January, bump it up. Because, like I said, I am putting together the Lucky tackle box here. This is all Lucky's. This is everything Lucky's going to be in this box here, and this is good because I do want to try using just the Lucky stuff and see if I pull in fish. Because I think if you can pull in fish on these Lucky baits, I'm just saying a little over $4 per bait. I mean, yeah, it's a little bit high for this. You can get this cheaper, but if you go to the store, I think if you go to the store and you pay and your budget is a little more than $4 per bait, you're probably not going to get something. You can find some stuff, but I think that that's just my opinion. I have no affiliation with Lucky whatsoever. Again, I can't even get through to their customer service to get any help. I mean, their customer service is ass. As a company, they're not good. I'll say that. They would be better to have better customer service, but I think that because they could have sent me another pack of hooks that had eyelets in it. I wasn't upset about having the hooks. I was just upset about having hooks that you can't use. So, right, that's it. Again, I think this box is it's like $31, so maybe $32. But I think that for 7 items, even the 6 items we got last month, if we cut out those stupid hooks that didn't work, I even think that box was. I wasn't too upset at paying $31 for that. And this one here, I'm definitely not upset about the price of this one. I know what they are, right? I mean, make no mistake. We know that these are Temu lures. We know that I could probably get these for a lot cheaper than what I actually paid. You're probably. This is probably like $1. I mean, in all honesty, you can probably get these through Temu or on Amazon. You can probably buy like a huge case of like 200 and get a lot of these same things. But I think if you're getting a monthly subscription box, 2 things. It should be enjoyable. It should be fun. You should enjoy getting that box. And 2, you should, if you feel like the value's there. Like, I know other people are gonna be out there. It's like, dude, there's no way I'd pay $31 for those lures. I get that. And there's gonna be other people that are like, you know what, $31. Shoot, my local Walmart has worse lures than that. So the real value of this is how you look at it. We're gonna find out what the basic MSRP for this all is. We'll put that at the end of the video. Stay tuned for that. All right, until next time, keep fishing, keep prepping.